Go, copy it and send it. Bless you. Alrighty, well, all that done now. Let's get into this. Oh, it has been a while since we've done a drawing stream, but I am so happy to get back into it because, man, I've been missing the feeling of getting art done and drawing for the streams. I'll obviously get back into it. I'll explain everything once I bring up the webcam. I want to first look up something though. There it is. Yeah, that sounds about right. Huh. Yeah, almost exactly. Actually, that's kind of funny. Actually, at this point, January, December. Yeah, it would be almost 3 months now. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's get into the drawing stream now. I've made a very very interesting discovery already. Alright, hello everyone! Welcome to the live stream. I am Blazuka51, and today we are going to be doing more drawing. So, I haven't done this in 3 months, which I have just looked up. So sorry about that. Basically what happened is during the month of November, I kind of took a break from doing live streams for a while, so I could kind of just focus on doing like vacations and stuff, and also focus because work didn't really give me much time to do stuff during the peak season. So basically all through November and December, I was basically busy with work. But then during the month of January that just passed, I've been trying to get back into doing drawing live streams, and I really have. It's just every time I go to do it, I either oversleep the days or I just don't feel motivated to do the drawings that day. Which, you know, it sucked. But now we're finally here to finish what we started about 3 months ago, which was the black card drawing that we did all the way back in November. Can you believe it's been 3 months already? Hopefully this is a more regular thing, because I do want to actually do more drawings every single week and get back into the rhythm of doing so. Originally this live stream was supposed to be at 9:30 this morning, but because of all of the because I had like basically everything that took up my time this morning, I had to delay it to today, which this is normally about the time frame I would start my Steam stream for Wednesdays. But we're gonna override it with drawing just because it's been so long since I've done a drawing, so I wanted to get this done first and foremost. But yeah. Also, I have been looking at my art and back at my art from inspiration and everything again, and kind of like thinking about everything that I want to do with all of this. So the main things I've realized. Also, this is going to be the first time we do this in 1080p, so this is going to be fun just by itself. So I've noticed a few things, and I'll get into it as I like point out stuff on the drawing. So here we go. Oh, I forgot. Also, that's I remember I gotta actually update it with this thing, and then it'll work. Yeah, now it should be right. Okay, cool. So as you guys can see on the screen here, also by the way, yeah, this is my little new setup. It's not too much different from the last time, but I think it's pretty nice so far. So yeah. As you guys can see here, basically, what I did with I literally haven't touched this since the last time I did this, but I did put some notes on, which was, of course, make the background line the same thickness and draw the line art for a black card, which I do plan to do that, but I noticed a few things going through my old art, and I kind of wanted to, because I always liked how my old art looked before I switched to digital, and I wanted to try to recreate that kind of style again. So I looked at like what things made it look that way and everything, and it mostly I think just comes down to how the lines were drawn and how the shading was done, because otherwise it's almost a perfect transition to 3D in my opinion. But what I've noticed is a lot of my new drawings have taken on this thicker line style, which I think is fine for some more cartoony looking drawings, but for the ones I used to do, it actually used to be about this thickness here with all of these lines up here. There you go, with all these lines up here, basically. So I'm actually going to try to redraw all of the the foreground up here to be the same line thickness as this instead. And then we're going to kind of just meld it all together, and then we're going to do the same thing for her. So instead of 5, which is this pixel thicknesses, this is going to be 3 all around instead. And then we're going to, you know, touch up all the lines, and after we touch up all the lines, then we'll actually color it and then shade it about the same way it's supposed to be. Also already coming in with the bangers. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into all of that craziness. So Let's see. Let's see, first thing probably to do also is just to hide Blackheart here real quickly so we can focus on all of those fixes. And then I'm also going to opacitize it a little bit so I can draw on top of it. Again, it's not really tracing if it's my own line work, especially when it's still a work in progress. Alright. Lastation drawing, I'm going to say 2. And yeah, we're just going to make everything here match the 3 lines here. You see about that's about like the same thickness right there. And I always noticed that the lines in my last drawings were always thicker. Or no, the lines on my old drawings were always about this small. But they weren't any thinner than that, at least. Alright, let's get into it. It's also been a while since I've drawn, so this I might be a little bit out of practice, but hopefully everything comes together fine. I've still been drawing some stuff in my spare time, but it's mostly stuff for like private things that I've been doing in my life. Like I've been doing GMing now, so I've been like just kind of making some art assets for all of those things on Photoshop. And it's been pretty nice, actually. I've enjoyed doing the D&D stuff with my friends, and I like making all my own assets for my own campaigns and everything. So it works out. Yeah. Okay. Actually, if I say it might look better if I actually have the thing perpendicular to me, right? I'm just drawing these lines. I'm just like, why are they not drawing the way that I want them to? Also, we may or may not have some new music in the lineup now. I did change a few tracks around to see what we get. Mostly stuff from like the Jackbox games, because I found out that their stuff is on Spotify now. But yeah, I always didn't really like how the line thicknesses were different. That was the technique I decided to try out for this the last time I streamed this, just to see how it came out. And I think it all looks better if it's all just the same thickness. But yeah, it's gonna be a relatively just chill day today, I'd say. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of line cleanup after all of this. That's fine. I'm kind of trying to make it so it doesn't need to go through all of that, but at the same time, I know it's inevitable. I don't mind if lines cross into each other because I'll just erase and touch them up later. That's at least the one good thing about that I've noticed too, the making differences between the two styles is traditional and digital, I mean. I like the fact that you can basically kind of make mistakes in the digital thing and you can just touch them up later if you really want to. Where it's very hard to do that with a traditional drawing. Because once you put ink to paper, it's hard to like really touch that up, you know? Oh, duh. Yeah, by the way, because I like to kind of use these drawing streams as like a little bit of AMA kind of thingy, or just like, you know, telling what things are going on in my life, because normally video games don't really give me the option to, or give me the time to like really talk about things in my real life. But on drawings, there's not really much else going out on the screen besides, you know, me working away at this kind of thing. But yeah, recently, like I told you guys a little bit ago, I've been starting to get into Digimon now, the card game. My friend Alex, he recently got me into it, like about a month, I would say, ago. And not a month. He got me into it like within the last 2 months, I would say. And it's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I've been going just about every Wednesday now to a little tournament that's in our area. It's pretty fun. I didn't think I would really get much into card games like that. And I'm still not super, like, you know, into it like he is at least. But it's still really fun. I'm not really taking it as seriously as he is, because he's talking about, like, you know, going to a lot of these tournaments. Where I kind of mostly am just trying to play the game just to get used to it and make some decks that I like. Currently I'm running a blue deck based on hybrids and trashing, and then I also got a machine deck that is a starter deck. One of the guys I was at the places too, he even was kind enough to actually make me a D Reaper deck, which I thought was really cool, because that's like a horror themed deck, where you just have one really big super egg that turns into something that basically fuels all of your other people to make them super deadly on your turn. It's a really neat way to play the game. I also have a couple other decks in the making too. The one I'm definitely wanting to do next is Pulsemon, once I get all the cards for that. So that's gonna be fun. There's also the other thing too about, I noticed about the background here now, is that it doesn't necessarily need to be entirely perfect to what it was, because it's mostly background information and there's a lot of dust clouds, so not all of it needs to be exactly par to par with how it looks, except for maybe some of the buildings like this. But yeah, other than role-playing with friends and with D&D and doing Digimon, there's not really much else going on socially for me, I would say. At least not much I'm willing to admit on the live stream, of course. But things have been going pretty good, though, so far. I've been playing... Oh, yeah, that's right. Video games. I've been playing a lot of video games in my spare time, which is one of the main reasons why I've kind of not been doing many live streams, just so I can get caught up on some of my games I'm currently doing. Like, recently I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077, and I also got a little bit into Elden Ring, which Elden Ring is pretty fun, actually. I didn't think I was going to like it so much because I'm not really, it's like, I'm not really into the Soulsborne genre. The only times I've ever played Soulsborne games is before when we were doing the Gamer Noobs, where we did like the first boss of the third game. And I played a little bit of the first game with my friends watching. This is the first one I've kind of played on my own, because I also technically played Bloodborne with Alex as well too. But I never really got too far into it. I beat the first boss of Bloodborne and I didn't get any further. But Elden Ring's pretty fun so far. It's a lot more interesting than I initially... Well, I mean, I knew it was going to be good because it won Game of the Year. So, you know, with that much love going toward the game, you knew it had to be pretty good. It really seems like in that game you can actually make a lot of different builds with your character to the way you want it to be, because they have a lot of different weapon options that you can do at the very beginning once you get to the main hub, I would say, of the game, your Firelink Shrine, as most would call it. Yeah, once you get there, you basically get a bunch of the stuff that you would normally get in a Dark Souls game like that. I'm currently kind of going with like half magic, half sword play kind of combo. Like a traditional JRPG character setup, I would say. It's working pretty well so far, actually. Yeah, because I mostly am focusing. I actually I'm finding some difficulty with the setup a little bit, just because I'm not sure if I want to continue playing with sorceries or pyromancies, which I don't know. Technically, they're not called pyromancies in the game. I think they're called something else. But yeah, there's like 2 different kinds of magic you do in the game. And I like the pyromancy kind of stuff, but I also really like some of the sorcerer stuff you do with the staff. Yeah, basically that's the only difference, is one you use with the staff, and then one you use just from your hand. So yeah. I kind of do like both, though. So I currently have a setup where I switch my, I can switch the hand out with the staff in my one hand, and the other hand I permanently keep a sword in. So then I can throw magic from range, and if they get close enough, then I can start swinging with my sword. It's kind of basically how I want to work it. Also, the sword's a good backup option whenever I run out of magic, of course. I haven't gotten that far into the game. I have beaten at least one boss, though. I would say he's technically the first boss, but because it's an open world game, any boss could really be your first. But it's the one by that one like big castle keep near the beginning of the game. That one is he was hard for the first part until I grounded up some levels and weapons. And then I was able to beat him after a couple of more attempts. Yeah, my deal with him mostly was I was just doing a lot of sword. I had to use the one guy's help that you get, the one NPC's help you get at the very start of that place a couple of times, because I couldn't figure out how to do it on my own, because he was just too quick and I needed someone to bait his attacks so I can just throw fireballs at him. But I threw fireballs at him, and then when he was downed or I got close enough, stick some swings with my sword and back up. I just kept doing that over and over again until he finally died. Kind of came down to the wire actually too, because I think I was like on my last. I think I didn't have any more flasks and I was at half health, so he could have easily ended me at any point. Yeah, other than those games, though, I've also been playing some Sonic Frontiers. I did beat that game all the way through. I don't know if I... Well, actually, yeah, I explained this before on the stream, because I played it before on the stream. I played the post-game of it. But I've been playing a little bit more in my spare time just to try to grind out achievements. There's only a few left in the game for me to do before I'm fully complete with it. And it's just grinding at this point. Which is kind of why, because of that, I kind of want to wait for more post-game content to come to it before I pick it up again. Because, I mean, the most amount of content we've gotten so far in recent times is the good old soap shoes from Adventure. Which is a cool upgrade. Not really sure about the fact that it came out for a limited time only on the thing. Kind of just like it to be just like it's a regular thing. I mean, I get that they are using it as a ploy to get people to sign up for the newsletter, but at the same time, like, why you gotta hide something like that behind a little incentive like that? I don't know. It's not too bad, though. Oop. There we go. But yeah, those are the main games I've been kind of playing in my spare time, is those couple. Other than that, I've been watching way too much YouTube, which is a very bad habit, and I probably should stop doing that so much. Mostly because there's a lot of shows I've been meaning to watch, like anime-wise and such like that, and even just on like Disney Plus. I've been meaning to watch some of the Star Wars stuff specifically. Those have always been on my list of things to like watch all the way through, because I really like the Star Wars universe. Actually, it's I just like sci-fi stuff a lot, and just the universe and characters themselves and all the stories and everything just makes me curious to see what all the other shows are like. And yes, I do mean all the shows, of course, too, because there's a lot of Star Wars shows out right now. Fucking Andor, Mandalorian, Obi-Wan. I can get caught up on like all of it. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this on the live stream, but I did watch Wednesday, and that was a pretty cool series. I watched that with my parents. It was fun. It was actually one of my first times experiencing the Addams Family, in any context actually, because I never watched the original TV series. But yeah, the Wednesday was a pretty cool character. I kind of like their doom and gloom, sassy, like, you know, outlook on life and everything. It made them a very interesting character to follow throughout the whole series, as well as everyone else who joined in. I'm excited for Season 2 too as well, because they actually did announce that was coming out. Curious to see what they will do with it. Because I think it did leave on somewhat of a cliffhanger, I think, from what I remember. Like, there's definitely some sequel baiting toward the end of the series. I think that's everything. Oh, there's just this little thing here I didn't pick up. Alright, cool. Just so we can look at it for real, though. Let me see. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's a lot better, actually. Yeah. Now we just gotta somehow merge these two together after getting rid of the thickness on these ones. Which, actually, Emily, first let me get rid of that. Everything going so far, yeah. Okay. Go slap. It's one of my favorite cyberspace songs. But yeah, there's not really not much else on my mind, I would say. Are there something else I can think of that I haven't already mentioned? There we go. And let's merge the layers. There we go. And let's just fix up a few things. This is the fun part about the drawing. And by fun, I mean it's not really that fun, but it's something you gotta do. Which one is this from again? Ah, good old Sonic Heroes. That's a classic video game. I thought about getting some of the retro stuff again soon, actually. Especially because there's just a lot of retro stuff out there to play. I mostly just kind of got into a pit of playing a lot of new games because I had the PS5 and everything, and I wanted to like see what the new stuff felt like and played like. But there's also a weird simple pleasure to playing old retro games, which is probably why it's still very, very popular for a lot of people. Like, I've been meaning to actually just go through some of the stuff on the NES, SNES, and N64 collection and give them a good go-around, see what they're like, you know? Maybe even try to beat a game or two. One of the games I've had my eye on for a while as well, ever since I've seen all the stuff for Undertale and Deltarune and Amori even. I know all of them are inspired by Earthbound in some way or shape or form, so I'm like, why not play the OG? That kind of inspired it all, you know? I feel like it would be, because if I like those games as much as I do, which I really do, I would probably like Earthbound with the same amount of, in the same way as well, you know? That's what I think anyways. I think it'd be a good idea for me to get into it. Mostly because, again, I remember saying before, just even during the playthrough of them, my love for Earthbound, or my love for Deltarune as I was playing it, and I thought that Amore was actually like one of the best games I played in that year as well too. It's funny too, because as much as I like, you know, rhythm and action games a lot, there's something about RPGs that that really draw me in. I think it's a lot based on the story and the characters. Because if you got good characters and good story, you'll basically instantly hook me into a video game. Which is why I've probably gotten as much as I have into Neptunia, because I just love the characters and the story in that game. Even if the gameplay is a little lackluster at times, which I'll admit, Neptunia games are definitely fun to play, but they do have their moments where they kind of fall a little bit short, in my opinion. I still like them a lot, though. So I would still definitely say Neptunia is one of my favorite game series I've ever played. Though when it comes to games that I really like playing for like the actual mechanics and like the actual gameplay of it, I would say Kingdom Hearts definitely beats it by a good mile. Because I love the way the Kingdom Hearts games play and take you through the world and everything. And of course, I think this is from Detroit as well too, isn't it? Yeah, this is from Detroit. Really love Detroit. It's like one of my favorite cinematic games that I played. I've been meaning to play more choice-based games like that on the channel as well too, because as fun as those games are to just play on your own as well too, like the whole, like you're basically reacting to what's a video game variant of a TV show that you can control. So it's like, you know, why not spread your reactions about it as you play it? Especially because people want to know what route you go down in those kind of games. So I definitely want to put more of those in my future Blue plays. I definitely look forward to that at some point down the line in the future. Once I start getting back into playing for the live stream again. If I ever do, it will be Mondays, though. I know that for a fact. I already kind of have a set date and time that I would like to do that stuff again. It's all basically just based on if I feel like playing more. Because I want to get through a lot of other game series in my personal life as well, too. Like, one of my goals this year, especially, is I want to get through as many of the Final Fantasy games as I possibly can. Because Final Fantasy is a series that I know that I would like a lot. I just haven't played a lot of the games for. The only games I have played of the Final Fantasy series is a lot of the spin-off games, and also 15 and 7 Remake. The other ones I've not really, I've rarely even touched. I remember playing 10 a long time ago, but I never got that far into it. I think I didn't even get past like the first quarter of the game, I would say. Same with 13. I played that a while ago. I never got past like the first quarter of it. Mostly because I think I got stuck. I think my main problem with 13 is I got stuck somewhere and I didn't know how to grind for XP and get myself stronger to the point where I could overcome whatever I came past. So, that's the main thing I gotta learn. But I've noticed, especially just because of how many I've played, RPGs are like one of my favorite games to play. Mostly because I just like a game immersing me into a world and telling me a story. Like even a game that's not even an example of RPG games, Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West for that matter. Those games did really well with setting up a world that I liked and characters I liked a lot, and just displaying a story that was pretty decent, and giving me basically the opportunity to do whatever I want in the game and explore the world at my leisure. Like I like games that just offer giant experiences like that, let you play around in their giant sandbox that they created. But I also like games for just being games as well, you know? Because I play Smash Brothers a lot as well, too. And that's a game where it's like, it really is just a fighting game with other characters. But I really like playing competitively as well. You guys probably even noticed during my my Knockout City livestream, I was getting really into that game because it was another competitive game that I haven't played for a long time. I haven't played I need to get back into Multiverses, because Multiverses is basically the new Smash, except it's free to play now. And there's a couple characters I like in that game too. I just need to get better with playing and doing more stuff with it though. Okay, I think this is all good though. Bow, bow. Oh, hold on a second, guys. I'll just check your messages real quickly, because I have plans with friends later today. I'm not going to be wrapping this up anytime soon, though. I'm planning to probably get done with all this probably at like 3, 4 at the latest. I would say 4 at the latest, though. So don't worry, we got a lot of time before we have to even worry about that. Alright, so now let's get rid of everything that we've done, and let's do Noir. Where is Blackheart again? There you are. Da, 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 da. Excuse me. Alright, Blackheart drawing. And once we get this done, we can start doing the coloring and the shading. Okay. Yeah, 3-point feels a lot more natural than 5-point, because, again, just to compare the two, there's that, and there's 5. But you know. Yeah. I mean, it has its strengths, for sure. I don't think the thickness definitely makes, like, you know, a big difference, but I think it makes at least enough of a difference where I care that if it's the smaller one or not. I love this remix of this song. It's so good. But yeah, I remember when I used to be so nostalgia blind for Shadow the Hedgehog when I first played it. And then I played it again later on the live stream, and I'm like, man, this game sucks. It was one of my funniest revelations I ever made. Went back to a beloved childhood game of mine, I'm just like, man, I love playing this game. And then I play it again, I'm like, man, this game kind of sucks. Or at least it doesn't hold up as well as it clearly could have. There's definitely some fun to be had with Shadow the Hedgehog, don't get me wrong. But that game definitely isn't on par with like a lot of the stuff that Sonic has come out with recently. Some of the missions were very, very tedious, but I appreciate what they did with it. Like, I appreciate the fact that they had everything in a mission structure for the game, because it actually made, you know, a lot of different ways you could play the game. And it brought a lot of replayability to the levels, because now you could play the same level, but in a different way. I really like that idea. I just wish they had some better challenges to go along with that idea. Because some of them were tedious as fuck. Like, not even gonna lie. Some of those missions were actually tedious as fuck. So far, the only game from my childhood I've yet to ruin for myself is Ape Escape 3. I remember loving the shit out of that game when I played it. I bet you it's actually still a really good game. I just have to try it again at some point to see if it really does live up to the standards that I put it at. Like, I'm honestly surprised that Ape Escape has decided not to do anything else with their franchise for like years now. One thing I will say though about Shadow the Hedgehog that was pretty positive though, brought some kick-ass music to the game. Not gonna lie, some of my favorite soundtracks came from the Shadow the Hedgehog soundtrack. Also, I like for once that we actually had a Sonic game that acted kind of like more of an action game rather than just a speed platformer. I think that was cool. It is really hard for me to make out what some of these things are, especially because some of the things are a lot more darker than the other parts. But I think I get it. Dun da da dun. Dun dun da da dun. Let me compare again to the original. Yeah, she does have the little spiky thing on her fingers again, so I have to keep track of that. I think I see how I drew it. Yeah. Again, it's hard to see a little bit on some of these, but yeah, I see the little line marks there for the thumbs, for the knuckles. The hands, see, the hands are complicated enough to draw. When you got like a bunch of things on all the appendages, it just makes it even harder. I think I got it though. Yeah, good enough, I would say. Probably looks a lot smaller than. We'll just say it's perspective. You know? I think that's fine. There you go. Nope. I can draw straight lines. I just can't draw them quickly, apparently. I'm not sure what those are for yet. Yeah, okay. It's like I'm trying to remember how it all kind of works together again. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I get how it works. Right? Oh, so there's like a little underneath. Okay, that's how they do it. I get it, I get it. Yeah, it's more like they have a thing underneath it, and then they kind of just fold up into whatever shape they have right here. And what are those top parts on it? Yeah, the little hooks. Okay. How exactly those look again? Okay. Kind of like diamonds. Ah, right, okay. Just trying to figure out how everything works together again. Yeah, I think that's a problem. I think I made, yeah, I made those little ring things. I made this one at least attached to her arm when it should be smaller. I think I can fix that pretty easily though. I think all I gotta do is just move this little guy over. There you go. And just erase this little line and reattach it. And how's it connect to that part? Okay. It's like right. Yeah, there's like a little thing dipping down to it. But from where? Okay, yeah, there's like a little thing that reaches up and across there, so yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what this is. That's what this line here is for. Does it go that high on her shoulder thing? No, it shows off way more in her shoulder than that. Like, almost goes up to where her neck is. Like, yeah, like that. Okay. I get it. Right, I think the arm part is, yeah, it's actually like a little bit of a separate thing. That's why I drew this little groove here. I think about it, there's probably parts I can get rid of. Yeah, I'll need the wings there, I think. Here's the other complicated part of the hand here. Yeah, there we go. Sure, I can do that. How do I do it again? Is that Alt? No. I just hold Z down. Okay. should kind of have like little pointy bits. Yeah, she had pointy bits at the end of it, so that is actually can end it. Like, I'm pretty sure I drew that intentionally. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there's like a ring around it. Okay. Okay, yeah, I see how it works. So I think, yeah, this one's a little bit bigger. Is that center part can into it? Yes, it is. Okay. And I had a feeling that's how that one looked. Okay. Oh wait, is this... No, it isn't. Okay. Yeah, it's a divider and then there's like a full thing there. Okay. What does that look like again? Line, circle, yeah. I think I was, yeah, because of the looking on it, I was just gonna do that with the whites. So at least I remember my process as I did this before. Right, okay. Couldn't really quite tell what they look like with all the lines. That I'm sure. Sorry, I gotta stretch my hand every now and then. Once I get a little cramped. Probably also helping fix my posture might help too.
Sorry about that.
I don't know how long you were like that, but it looks like you survived. Okay. Da, da, da. Hey. Okay, yeah, that's what I was referring to. Okay. That's why I also list as, yeah, like that. Got like a little arrow thing going on with them. It's right, that yeah, it's right. The apex of that arrow too. So. go. I was hoping this one would show up at some point tonight. It's hard to believe this is a Sonic soundtrack. I'll be the one to carry on. You're just an enemy. The fact that we have a Sonic game that has this banger of a soundtrack is amazing. I was blown away when I first heard this, first facing the first boss. I was like, oh shit. They got new. They decided to go full metal with the bosses now? And supersonic? Hell yeah. I'm here for it. And the fact, too, that that's not the only song that Kellen helped sing and also make for the game. Like, there's 4 other versions of that song? No, wait. 3 other, I think. 2 or 3 other, I think, because they reused some bosses and they played the theme of the game at the end for the Titan, so it wasn't Kellen on that song. But still, holy crap! The fact they were able to get him on for that is amazing. He fucking killed it. Like, I've always associated Sonic with either electronic and rock, but that was the first time I actually got to associate Sonic with metal, and that wasn't, you know, stuff that was from Shadow. And I fucking love it. Okay, I think we got everything? Oh, no, wait, we got everything but the wings. There we go. Yep, not quite done yet. So wings are pretty easy to draw. They're just these little things that jut out of them. Wow, wow, wow. Ow. And we just gotta do touch-ups. Yeah, let's say I think it's top, front, top, middle, and wing that have priority. Yeah, so this one would go like that. And then you would see the other ones behind them. No, actually, yes, keep that. Do, 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 do. Oh, that's her hair. Okay. I think everything else we can color and do on her later. Oh yeah. Only other things I see now is yeah, this whole thing at the bottom here. Okay, the rest we'll fix up. Wait, I think this part is a little weird too right now. Yeah, because she's got a choker on her. Yep. Oh. Well, kind of a choker, yeah. It's more like that the thing just goes right up to her neck, and she has a little triangle under there. Okay. I mean, I could, but I don't know if I don't know if she has that much boobs going on. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's enough fan service right there. Dun 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 dun. Do. Deja vu? Technically, because I think we heard the boss version of this song, where this is like the other version of it. Or we heard the hidden boss version of it. I think this is the actual boss version of it. Down, 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 down. Like it. Yeah, I think it's a faithful recreation while also sticking to my style. Yeah, I think the thinner lines actually help a lot because I think they definitely make it so you can get some more detail going in with some of this stuff. And now the rest can just be filled in with color and everything. Ah, that's the fun part. Just gotta do all that now. Which thankfully, color is, I think, is one of the easiest and easygoing parts of the whole process. So, get this up. Oh, that's right. We also need to figure out colors we want to use for everything. Because currently our drawing looks like this. And obviously it's going to have all the colors separate the parts from the one another, so... Hope to not forget the signature, wherever I put it. Da, 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 there it is. Original word do not seal. But actually though. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, let's actually just make a layer for colors. Because I need to figure out what I'm doing to all of them. Let's see, I think I was thinking more along this line for how the sky should look, at least. So let's pick out yeah, like hundreds. So here's gonna be the clouds, or the sky, the clouds. Let's see. Yeah, the grass can still be like that color. I think that's fine. I think, yeah, I wanted that to be water, so that's what this whole thing here could be. So that'll be your watercolor. And of course, yeah, all of the smoke being produced by the chimneys will be about that color. And all the buildings, of course. Yeah, that's gonna be the color of the antennas. As well as the gray behind them. In fact, a lot of the city is gonna just be variants of this gray. This dark gray black kind of color. And then the lights, looks like most of the shining lights that come from this part are like either blue or white or red. Alright, I think we'll get all the colors for the city, at least from that. Which, that's the first thing I kind of want to work on anyways, so... We'll, put those away. We'll hide Noir for the moment. And we'll do... city color. Which will be, yeah, right underneath the drawing, because that's how it always works. Yeah, let's do the sky first. Sky's the easiest part. And since this is a 3-pixel line, yeah, we'll do it by 2. This image is about to get a lot brighter soon. See how easy it is to color in in Photoshop as well too. I'll probably have to touch up on some little parts like the corners and everything, but it do be that easy though. Oh. There's apparently a part of it that bleeds it into here. Oh, I think it's right over here somewhere. Yeah. I forgot one little line there. There we go. Modify expand by 2 pixels. There we go. And then And I do want the, whoops. I do want the trees and stuff in the background too to be a separate color. At least a little bit. Alright, it's the one thing too that this is just the base color too. This is going to be like the actual coloring that everything's going to be. All right. Also, I'm gonna hold on for a second because this is a pretty good time to take a quick little break and bathroom break. So I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Sorry about those little sounds before. That was my bad. My tablet likes to come in and out of the drawing thing or the thing pretty regularly. I'm back. All right. Also, thanks for joining, Pansy. I was wondering when you would show up. Okay, yeah. Let's keep going through this. Interesting. I have no idea what that did, but that did something. Okay. Yeah, we know the back of these need to be the white, so we're gonna quickly do all that. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. How have you been, Pansy? Okay. Yeah. Let's do all the smoke. I think that might be a good idea. There is a lot of smoke in this picture. Whoops. Lastation needs to cut down their gas emissions. Hey man, they're a factory. They gotta do what they can to pump out the stuff that they need to appease the people. That the people don't mean seem to mind it, right? Just wait until they switch to electric power. That'll be the future. Nuclear power is better. Well, isn't that what these things are? Aren't these things the nuclear reactor stations? Okay. And what I'm thinking also for the blacks of the buildings, I'm gonna have like the lightest black at the top at the front, and it's gonna get progressively darker as it goes back. I believe the wall was like that too, wasn't it? The wall was all black. And then the wall was silver. Okay. Actually, I would almost argue it's almost the same white as, it's not quite, though. It's almost the same white as that, though. Also, that's a lot of, there's a lot of things to, select, so, yeah, just gonna... We're gonna make it the back of these things, too. Because I feel like that's fitting. Also, actually, you know, the black pipes are just black. Okay. Actually, no, we'll make it. We'll make that the same color. Nuclear produces no carbon emissions, so I doubt it. Huh. Well, I don't know. I mean, again, in the, I have seen, as you can see in this picture, they have both smoke coming out of all the smokestacks of the factories and nuclear power plants, so... I guess they have both. Yeah, don't blame my drawing. I am taking from the references that I'm given. Coal power plants have reactors as well. So maybe that's it then. I wouldn't know anything about how power works for like companies like that. Down, down, down. Up and down and all around. It all melts together anyways because of that. That's fun. That's so funny. Okay then. City color. Yeah, we'll take this color, but we'll make it just a little bit more silvery. There we go. And now we got a wall. So now I guess the curious question here too is to see if I can make, how many layers do I have to work with? 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can make 4 different versions of this black color and make them seem different enough. I need to make a lighter version of this color now I think about it. There you go. That's how it'll go. But also now I'm going to see, because of that gray color, it's going to be hard to tell the background from the actual rest of the color. So let's pick a color that's not even in this at all. Like a red. There we go. Da, da, da. I miss a smokestack down there and there too. Actually, I don't know. There probably would be something underneath this. Actually, no, seeing how the buildings are separated, there wouldn't be. I did just miss that. Expand by 2. There we go. Oh wait, this is the same color. I need it to be a little bit darker. Mostly because I just like the variation of it. Doesn't make everything look the same. Wow. 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 Oh, wow. Wow. Shit. There you go. Whoops. 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 That one. Sometimes it's kind of difficult to tell where the pointer is on some of these things. There we go. Select, modify, expand. A tool. A tool. Almost missed that. Oops. Expand and color this color. Maybe that's a little bit too black. There you go. Yeah, I think that looks better. Also, maybe I made the gradation to the black a little bit too strong, but I think it's fine. I just gotta clean up all the little spots. expand, color, get that, and then doop. Okay. Should get the lights too. I'm thinking these two will be this. Yeah, these two will be the same, and those two will be the same. So. Actually, we can just do that. Now I think about it. Select, expand. Okay. And then we just need to get the trees in the background. And then we need to do a good old noir. Which I'll make... Expand. There you go. Just give it a little bit of variation. Okay, now I believe... Oh, we got this little part up here too. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I did. Okay, I think that's all of the background, at least for the flat color of it. Now we just gotta do the noir. But yeah, let's group this together as Lastation, so we can kind of focus on one over the other. You're going to shade all of that? Maybe. That's to be decided. I might just for the time's sake of how long it takes to do everything today, I might just focus on getting a flat color variant of this drawing out, and then I'll shade it in my own time. Depending on how long it takes to do it. Because the shading is going to take a while, I know that for sure. But yeah, now let's get Noir and the other one. And they're basically, whoops. So basically the same, yeah, the same coloration. So I really only need, I feel like I really only need the one with the wings for the most part. Alright, so like I said, let's hide Lastation for a second and bring back Blackheart. Oh, not that one. There, this one. Finally, Noir is here. And here I thought you were just going to draw early stages of the Industrial Revolution. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, this is what I've been basically working on for the past couple hours here. All right. And then we need the little silver parts here too. And other than that, the only other color I need to pick off of this is her eyes, which I think her eyes are the same as her wings. Yeah. Yeah, they basically are, yeah. So we'll stick with that. Alright. We got everything. Now we just need to go and do it. Let's focus on the parts that cover the most area. So her hair. Oh, I just realized that this line is drawn where the hair is going to be. Same with this little section here too. Oops. Hold on a second. I'm gonna deal with that real quickly. Hey, Cord made an oopsie. I do that sometimes. I want to make sure the other parts of the hair aren't gonna interfere with the things like that too. Yeah, no, I can tell where the hair kind of ends and goes on here, so yeah, okay. Alright, let's try it again. Okay. Color, select, modify, expand by 2. And we're going to take that white color we did before. Yeah, because this is her, skin. By the way, I know it's very hard to tell, but yeah, there's a very slight difference in hue between the white and the peach of her skin. She's just very pale. She's very pale. As is all of the characters in the game, which is why they're so bright all the time. Gotta draw the whole thing over, including the city. Yeah, well then I'll never get into my other drawings. So no, thank you. Let's get all the skin parts too. To do my drawing dia first before you have to draw all this over again. Well, I guess that helps me bring some solace to it, I guess. Okay, let's get all the black parts of her suit. Yeah, there's a lot. I see that. That's not different parts, it's just aligning. Whoops. Yeah, the back part's the only thing that needs... Yeah, that. Okay. Whoops. And the armbands too. Yeah, armbands. And then this part of it too. And the gloves, of course. Oh, forgot a bit of her hair right there. I'll get that later. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Nope. 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 I'll do that one myself then. I was doing a drawing challenge where if you make one mistake, one part too smaller, or make a particularly messed up line art, you have to start all over again. My question is, who the fuck would do that? Who would willingly go through that? It just sounds like actual torture. Like, it's basically literally just the equivalent of, oh, you made one little mistake, fuck you. Erase all progress, start again. Sounds like a great way to waste your time, at least. Actually, I'm looking at it again and like, I think that's just shading. Yeah, I think that parts of it that are like lighter than the others are just shading things. But I know I picked out a black or gray for a reason. At least I thought I did. Oh, I think it's for the wings, maybe. No, because that one's for that wing part. I think that's actually supposed to be the highlight of it, so maybe it's actually this color I need to use. I don't know. See what the other one looks like. I think it should be in between, actually. That one's actually... that has some hints of blue to it. They both have some hints of blue to it, actually. Interesting. Yeah, I'll go with that, though. Arthur also does challenge runs in games and thought it would be fun to combine the two. Right. I have wanted to try to see how well it would be to try to play some certain games with a drawing pad that you're not supposed to. Some of them I feel like would be harder to do than others. Mostly because if you're just using the drawing pad, there's not really much you can do in most games because some of you need the whole keyboard, you know? Okay, now I guess we get all the silver parts, which seems to basically be the knuckle things, these things. Basically every detail that's on her is that silvery part. Yeah. Oh, we missed those two as well. But yeah, see, it's okay to make mistakes in Photoshop. That's what Control Z is for. And the History tab. Those are your best friends. Wow. But yeah, I've seen challenge runs like that on YouTube before, where some of them get to the point where I'm just like, why would you willingly do this to yourself? It just sounds like actual torture. Play all the Dark Souls, Zelda Ring, and Cuphead with nothing but a drawing tablet. It has to be in one stream, so you can't end the stream until the games are 100%. Yeah, that sounds like I would die before that happens. I think I would actually perish from this earth before that would be done. Unless you want to see me sleep on stream. And see, also in a situation like that, like, what would you do if your power just cut out? Or, you know, something had to make you stop streaming? They do it for money, Corey. Well, that's fair, but still. I see it, all within my reach. You have to start all over again. Well, then it's never gonna get done then, is it? That sounds actually impossible. Yeah, Fandy, I think what you're asking there is literally someone will die from that. Someone will just die before that is actually completed. Okay, and then, oh yeah, and then these parts of the wings. It's a no-hit run, so if you get hit once, you have to start over again. You're just I think we've already deduced that it's impossible, Pansy. I don't think that adding extra things on top is gonna help it. I think for it to be a challenge, there has to be a certain amount of criteria where it's actually possible. Otherwise, no one would attempt it. I think all the other parts just need to do like little parts to do the coloring on those. Alright, let's do the little touch-ups that we need to for this. That's also my thing too. I'm all okay for, like, you know, people doing challenges for games to make them either harder than they're supposed to be or make them interesting. But think about your own health first when you're doing some of those. Speaking of little video game challenges like that, I watched this guy called Video Game Champ, and he does like a bunch of those challenge runs for a bunch of different games and stuff too. And I like the concept that he does with it because, or she does with it. I'm sorry, because like she has some really interesting ways where it's just like it basically poses a question of just like, can you do this game with this handicap? Basically, is it possible to beat it with this? And I'm just like, yeah, is it? And it makes me curious. Just see, you should attempt one of those runs as well to see if it's actually possible, whether or not they didn't cheat. Yeah. I thought about doing a run like that for at least like one of the games that I like a lot. Mostly just to see if I could do it. I forget what this song is. Okay. But yeah, I still think regardless, yeah, that'd be a good idea for a live stream one day, is to do a challenge run. I thought about challenge run to do, or at least challenging things to do in video games to attempt on stream. And those are kind of like some of the things I thought about. Doing something along those lines, you know. I don't know what game I would do it for specifically, but I know I'd want to try it with something. think we touched it up as much as we possibly can. Maybe. Actually, it's those parts I was curious about. When you gonna finish the Nuzlocke I started? No. Nah, I gave up on that. Especially because if I went back to it now, I would have no idea where to start. Plus, also I feel like that wasn't a proper Nuzlocke, anyways. I really fucked up a lot with the planning and doing of that. That if I ever did another Pokemon Nuzlocke, I would just redo it and actually follow the Nuzlocke guidelines. Because I bent a lot of rules in my truth, and I had no idea what I was doing. Oh yeah, your thing I forgot about here. I think you hated the Nuzlocke run so much. And that's not that I hate it. It's just I screwed up with it. And I don't really have a good reason to want to go back to it. At least not right now. Like, I enjoy what I did with it. It's just, I fucked up a lot with it. And I didn't really have a desire to want to go back to it. Get the Nuzlocke and do the randomizer race instead. Well, I thought about that too. I did think about just making it a randomizer stream instead and just canceling the Nuzlocke part altogether. Like, that was the original reason why I did it as I did, was I wanted just to be focusing on the randomizing aspects. But again, I just wanted, I don't know, I feel like either way it wouldn't be as fun. It would have been cool to see like what came up from all of this stuff and what it replaced, but at the same time, again, I didn't feel a need to want to go back through it all like that. Because at that point, I'm just playing Pokemon, and you know, Pokemon is Pokemon. Like, I get why people do Nuzlocke runs for Pokemon, because it does make it a game more interesting and a little more compelling to try to beat. Because otherwise, it's just easy. Oh yeah. Does this little area up here need anything? It looks like it should, right? Like, you follow that through. And it goes like right here. I think now we're finally done touching her up. She looks nice though too. I like it. It also isn't. It's also discounting the amount of details I still need to add on her though, like the little things on the side here, which I will do right away. There we go. Yeah, my whole thing too with the randomizers is I would do more of them if they just weren't so hard to set up and do for the computer. Like, because I had to do a bunch just to get the Kingdom Hearts one working as it was. The simplest one to get running is the Zelda one, but I haven't played enough of the game for me to really do a good, clean randomizer of that. Nor do I have as strong of an interest to do a randomizer of that game as other ones. Okay, I think I see the little details of how you would do this. A full walkthrough of the game on stream, and I probably give Dorito. Well, see, all the Doritos would just be in the regular spots if I did a regular walkthrough. That's not the fun part about the randomizer. Fun part about the randomizer is just trying to find the stuff that you need in chests that you never would expect them to be in. Okay, the only thing I need to do now is... Wait, let me group this together too. There we go. Get rid of her for the second, and then we're gonna bring it back. Lastation. And just make sure all the colors on here are good too. But I bet you some of these are missing too. Guy looks relatively clean. Yes, but Dorito. I know how much you like the Dorito Pansy, but yeah, I don't know. At some point, maybe I'll actually do a proper randomizer of that game again. There's a couple of them I've been wanting to do anyways, because there's like a bunch of game modes you can do with Zelda randomizer. One thing for sure, if I did again, I wouldn't do Key Sanity, because Key Sanity was a bitch. I would put all the other Sanities on though, for sure. Those ones made it kind of fun. But I would just like to be able to go everywhere and go to every dungeon without having to worry about the key stuff, personally. Keys. You see, you share my same hatred for the keys, Pansy. They push away my Dorito. Exactly. They do make it hard to get to the actual Doritos, because it's like, the keys are the weird thing where it's just like, yeah, they are useful, but only if I have a certain amount of them. And also only when I can get to that dungeon. So a lot of them are in a weird spot of just like being useful, but maybe not right now. It's just... In either way, Key Sanity is just a bitch. Because, like, I hate having to open random chests just to find keys for places in other dungeons. Like, just let me go through the dungeon. That's all I want. It would also make it so I don't have to do as much running around. I can actually, you know, get everything on track to where it's supposed to be. To help speed things along quite nicely. The main reason, again, I just want to play the game on my own is just so I'm familiar with the game's mechanics and plot and how to do everything. Because otherwise, I'm just going to be running around like a bumbling idiot. So I don't know. Maybe that'd be more entertaining for people. Alright. Looks all relatively good to me, I would say. Just gonna do a quick little scan around again, just to be safe. But I'm pretty sure it's good. Maybe this little part here. Yeah. Yeah, it's about 4 now, so this actually would be a good time to just to kind of conclude everything anyways. We made some really good progress though. Because I'll remind you guys kind of where the progress was for this before. We basically had this, and we had this. we had most of it line drawn, but like, okay, maybe more so it was like we had this and this basically, but now we have, like, you know, all of this. Now we got all this. Which I think she still look awesome. I really like how well she came out. I definitely do want to shade it though, because shading it will make it look a lot better. But I like this for what it is. But yeah, don't worry, I will finish it in my spare time. Because I don't want to linger too much more on this on stream, and I want to do other drawings anyways. So what I'll do is after I finish this live stream, I'm gonna export this to for flat color, and I'll upload this version of it, and then we'll I'll finish the rest of this later. And hopefully it'll look a lot better, because I want to replicate that kind of shading style I have in my old traditional drawings. So that's going to take a little bit of experimentation on my part, but we'll see how well it goes. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Yeah, I'll leave it on this little screen so you guys can kind of keep appreciating the art and everything. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's live stream. If you liked it, please like it, subscribe and follow if you see more. And if you want to see more art that I have drawn in the past on stream, links in description below, as well as where you can find the finished thing that once I upload it. Excuse me. Yeah, next week we're doing more Neptunia, and then we're gonna do another drawing live stream the next week, and a Steam stream. So yeah. Oh yeah, what am I gonna draw next? That's a good thing to kind of announce. Well, actually, we kind of need to figure it out, right, Panty? I think you had an idea that you want me to do, so we'll do Panty's idea the next time. Yeah, and it'll be fun. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I will. It always know this. All right, cool. I'll see you guys next week for the Neptunia stream. But bye now.